Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. Namaskar and welcome to Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. Our topic today is going beyond, and Sister Shivani is with us. Namaskar.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Sister. Sister, I want to talk to you something about competition. See, we do so many things in competition. Even once upon a time when I was making my bungalow, repairing, you know what? You will not believe. My neighbor came and requested me. He said, will you please stop making it so beautiful because I have to spend equally.
Competition taught to us since we were probably in kindergarten or first or second standard in school, that it's a competition. You have to win. And then we were not talking about sports at that time. We were talking whether it was marks, whether it was anything to do in life, comparison with each other and saying this is competition and I have to come first. I have to be better than the rest. And then this went on in every sphere in life. And then it was not only at workplace, it also started happening between friends. It started happening between brothers and it started happening between sisters. We've even seen competition happening between a mother and a daughter.
And also, especially
yes.
mother and a daughter-in-law.
Yes, yes. Oh, yes, definitely. So there is so much of this word that has come out everywhere in our vocabulary, and because it's come in our belief system, that's why the belief system is so critical. One belief system which is not true can give rise to so much stress in life, that it's a competition. So we fitted that belief system in the subconscious, and now every thought that will arise, whether at work, whether at home, whether in the social circle, even in social service, where the intention is seva, it's service, even then it's a competition. Because once it's fed in the subconscious, now it doesn't matter in which aspect of your life you are. The thoughts will arise only from that belief system. So it just started happening everywhere in terms of the way we look, what we possess, what we achieve, how much we've earned, even how much we are spending. Everything came under the category of competition, and one of the major reasons of stress in life today is that life is a competition. Stress even for a school child is only this one line, that it's a competition, and stress of course in every other aspect of life. Let's explore another belief system. There is no competition at all. There is no competition.
Imagine, you mean to say?
No, checking.
Okay.
Checking.
Let's see if there is no competition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not if there is no competition. There is no competition.
Okay, now let's say that it's like that, mathematics.
No, it's not that if there is no competition, then this will happen. We're not doing that. We're just saying...
You're trying to prove that there is no competition?
We're trying to check, can this work and is this true? There is no competition. We are not competing with absolutely anybody. Let's take the same example that you shared with us, that you are constructing your house and your neighbor has started creating emotions of jealousy, comparison, because it's a competition and he has to be better than you. Says who? We don't know. Yeah, says he.
He even rang up the municipality and stopped my work. He says he's doing the construction without permission. He went to all the extent to stop my work.
Yes, but you know, sitting here, we might say he's wrong. How can he do something like this? This is totally wrong for him to have done that. But actually, it's not wrong. Anyone who is experiencing that immense amount of jealousy is going to behave like this. We need to accept that.
Yeah, competition and jealousy
go hand in hand. You know, that will go hand in hand. But that jealousy has become so overpowering that any amount of logic, any amount of values and principles, ethics, everything has been left aside. And he's ready to do anything. And now we need to check our life and see how many times we're ready to compromise on anything just because we have to go ahead of the other person. Any amount of backbiting, office politics, even using unethical means in flourishing our own business or whatever we are doing is only because of one belief system. It's a competition, because jealousy will overpower everything else. And now, another belief system, not necessarily the truth, but a belief system. The interesting part with belief system is we don't need to make it the truth initially. Use it as a belief system, explore, experiment, see the result. Life is a competition. We have been exploring for years and we are seeing the result. What happens to us, what happens to the whole family, and long-term outcomes. Now another belief system. There is no competition. Each one is on their own journey. Your house, you are constructing. How much money you want to spend on it, your choice. You are going to live in it, your journey. Neighbor, his house, how much he wants to spend on it, not necessarily in proportion to how much he earns, but how much he wants to spend on it. His choice, he has to live in it. Where exactly is the competition in this? Competition will only be when it's some kind of a race and one person is going to win and everybody else is going to lose.
If it's a tennis match.
So where is the competition? Even if this is of course very simple, just constructing a house, but even if it's in the corporate sector, even if it is 2 business houses, even if it is school children studying in class, where is the competition? It is possible for every child to come first in class. No school or no teacher has said only one person will come first. So where is the competition? Competition is only there when one person comes first and everybody else will come second, third, fourth, fifth. Then it's competition. Now take 2 business houses.
Everybody comes first? How can
Why?
everybody?
Suppose, let's say, the marks to come first are 95%. Let's say. Okay, so the highest marks in the class are 95%. If there have been many times in school, if
10
2
people get.
Yeah, okay, so 10 people get. So if 10 people get 95, 10 people come first.
And for the rest of the 20, if there are 30 in the class?
So they will, whatever marks they will get the rank.
So there is a competition, 10 plus versus 20.
But all 30 can also get 95?
Not necessarily. It depends on the mind, thinking,
Depends on the mind. But if they want,
situation.
all can get 95. Let's say we are 2 people in a class. Is my performance dependent on you? No. My performance is in
Depending
my
on
hands, myself,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So you're working very hard and you're getting 95. I'll do my part, and if I get 95, I'll also come first. Where's the competition? There's no competition. We're 2 people on an individual journey. So it's each one's own capacity, intelligence, hard work, and value system. 4 things.
If my capacity is lesser than yours, doesn't it create competition?
Where's the competition?
Okay, it creates jealousy.
Yeah, fine. We are fine with jealousy, because then we'll know how to handle jealousy. But at least we'll have to finish one belief system, no? That there is no competition. Then we'll go to the second part, which is there's no competition, but I'm jealous of them. Okay, then we'll see how to handle my jealousy. But when we say it's a competition, then we take jealousy as natural. But when we understand there's no competition, then jealousy is only a choice. And because it's creating so many problems for me, I can work on it and finish it gradually. But every part, 2 business houses, 2 people in a company, 2 sisters, 2 brothers, everything, each one on their journey. And each one's capacity is going to be different. Let each one just focus on their part and put in more than their best. Why put in their best? Put in more than their best, and they will get the best results in proportion to their input. So as will be the input, so will be the output. Where is the relative factor coming in? Competition would only be, this is my input and my output is also dependent on the other person's output. But actually it's not. Nowhere. Nowhere is my result dependent on another person's result. It's only dependent on mine. So the equation is very clear. as will be the input, proportionate will be the output. Input can vary for different people. Somebody's situations could be favorable, somebody's health could be favorable, someone else's health would not be favorable. Financial conditions could be different. Somebody could have a lot of money to invest in what they want to do. Somebody has nothing, taking loans and starting. Factors are different, but they're all the input factors. And most important, the effort, the sincerity, and the value system. But all that we are doing is our input, along with all our situational factors, all our family conditions, my personal, emotional, and physical conditions. These are all my inputs. It has nothing to do with anybody else around me.
So where is the competition?
There's no competition. Now, 2 people, 5 people, 10 people, whatever, with different parameters. Each one's parameters will be different. Put in their input, and accordingly, they will get their output. Now what happened, because we said, irrespective of what is my input, I want my output to be more than this person. I was not considering the fact that his input factors were different from me, probably more favorable right now. But I want the same output because I thought it's a competition.
Or even better.
Or even better, yeah, obviously. So then I started playing around with my input factors, and which meant unethical practices. Not only unethical practices on my input.
Trying to spoil the other person.
Yes. Unethical practices to the extent of spoiling the other
like
person's
he went to the municipality and said that this house doesn't belong to him.
Yes, and we can see this everywhere. In a family, we can see how people will just keep backbiting behind somebody, criticizing, spread different things about them. Offices, of course, is another game altogether, the environment. So we are trying to work on our input factors and also trying to challenge the input factors of other people around us, only so that my output is higher than everybody else. Now, while doing all this, there is a very dominant input factor which is automatically being worked on, which I'm not aware of, and which is my state of mind, and even deeper than that, my karma, which is getting created. Because what happens is, by doing all these manipulations, it is possible that my output turns out to be better than everybody else is around, and I feel that's it. That's what I wanted, and that has happened. I am number one. But there's another very, very important factor which is getting affected, which we're not aware right now. And even if somebody says it to us or it's there in our subconscious, we say, it's okay.
You know what they say? All is fair in love and war.
Yeah, all is fair. If we are going to work like that, we need to just remember, as is the input, so will be the result. One, in the business terms, in the terms of relationships, as will be the energy which goes out, input, so will be the energy that comes back. Similarly, in the field of karma, as will be the energy that goes out, so will be my destiny which will get created. The only thing is, this output, materialistic, I will be able to see it. And most important, it will happen fast. I will get very fast results. If I go and criticize my colleague to the boss, I will get instant results. Instantly, I will have my boss being pleased with me. I suddenly becoming a confidant of him, and he's sharing everything with me. He started ignoring. I get instant results. I might get a promotion in the next couple of months. And this, once I taste this thing, it can be very addictive. Very, very addictive. After that, like we saw the last time, the mind creating two thoughts, whether this is right or wrong, and the intellect even evaluating it, is over. Very soon, it's going to become my sanskar, that I'm ready to do anything to go ahead of people.
So the sanskars which we have made or created are so strong that they overpower the mind, intellect, man, buddhi,
everything.
All the qualities
and
of
my
mind.
Core sanskars.
And the values.
Yeah, the core sanskars. No? Each soul's core sanskar is purity, honesty, truth.
Sanskar is such a strong thing.
Very dominant. So we have to be very careful.
Sanskar means traits or strong, very solid habits.
Personality traits which get created. So anyone who tastes this kind of success.
But while tasting, we are bringing it in ourselves, no? We are creating the sanskars.
Absolutely.
No? So we cannot say that it happened because of so and so.
That's why it's so risky to do it even the first time.
Yeah.
That is why, right from childhood, I need to be aware, let me not get into this. Once got in, it will require tremendous amount of effort to be able to give up that addiction. This is a very deep addiction. When we talk of addictions, people can only think of alcohol and smoking and coffee and tea. Success achieved by using these kind of means can also be a very addictive sanskar. And then at every step, I will not think twice before either using a wrong mean or pushing somebody down, evading my taxes, doing any kind of thing.
People kill each other.
Whatever. All kinds of things. All kinds of things. Using all kinds of energy mechanisms on other people, doing all sorts of things. Now, by doing all this, I am getting my profits. The world is so-called respecting me, and everybody is appreciating me for the success that I have achieved. But subconscious, very deep karma is getting created. Now I need to remember, as I got the return of all this that I have done, I'm also going to get
the return of my karmas.
And when I get the return of my karma, I should not say, why is this happening to me?
Even my wife would say, why did it happen only to my husband? Such a nice man. He has no enemies. He's never cheated anybody. He doesn't hurt anybody. Then why?
Question mark.
And everybody thinks that they are very nice people.
They are very nice people, there's no doubt, because everybody is a pure soul. So there is no doubt about that. It's just that deep belief systems, and while we were executing those belief systems, we were not aware that anything wrong was happening. And then that's why we say, I've never done anything wrong.
But people usually, sister, say that this is business.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, if I saw a film where it says it was not personal, nothing personal, only for business.
Yes, it was only for business.
When he got caught trying to murder his boss's son, he said, yes, nothing personal, only business.
But karma, once created, is not sitting and discriminating whether you did it for personal or for business or whatever reason. But your karma is done.
What kind of belief is this?
Yes, it's very deep.
They say...
And this one which you're saying, that somebody can go to the extent of getting somebody killed, this is not a sanskar which can get created in one lifetime. Deep, deep sanskar, because every time we carry it forward, it becomes stronger. And that's why you'll find even this feeling of competition and being ready to do anything for it is different in different people. For somebody, okay, they can tell a lie, they can't do anything more than that. They'll say, no, I can't do anything more than that. But for somebody, they can be very ruthless. So the magnitude of the sanskar also will vary from person to person. And this is also because every time it carries forward, it becomes very, very deep, very strong. So very important to cut it right now. And we will not be able to stop ourselves from doing it unless we change this first belief system. There is no competition.
Can we say like this, sister, that actually there is no competition? And let us face it and understand it very clearly that it is jealousy, and let us accept that I am jealous of you or jealous of X, Y, Z.
And then I'll be able to work on
then
my
jealousy. Then we can work. Because from the last 10 minutes, whatever you were speaking, I could not find the meaning of competition.
There is no word, actually, it's not there. We really don't know where this word has got created. Maybe it was created...
also the healthy competition.
Healthy competition. The word was just for sports. The word, even in sports, they will say, play it in the right spirit. It's only a game. And here, When in life, when it's not even a sport and there's no competition, we are playing it in the wrong way. So it's so important to stop and check, because our belief system is not only carry forward with us, but we are also sending it to our children. Right from this age, we are teaching them. A child would never know what is jealousy. A fresh, clean soul would not know what is jealousy.
You think so?
They wouldn't know. How would they know what is jealousy? Because every soul originally is so pure and beautiful.
When two children, when you love one child and more than the other, doesn't he know that my mother loves my elder brother or
He can
older sister?
experience hurt. He can experience rejection. He wouldn't know jealousy till he's introduced to the concept. See, right from this age, we are taught, they have this, do we have this? How many marks did you get? Focus on the child's performance. How many marks did you get? Okay, this much. But you worked so hard, you could have got more than this. Perfect. You're focusing on him and you're teaching him to focus on himself, that I studied this much, I got only this much, somewhere something was missing, or I didn't study enough, I can study more. Talk to him about himself, his capacity, his effort, his sincerity, his study pattern. But our second question is, how much did the other people get? Irrelevant.
My son Vivek would ring me up from Mayo in Ajmer and ask me, Dad, what do you want me to do? You want me to come first in class, second, third? I said, Beta, why don't you come around 15th or 16th in your rank and take part in all the sports, all the dramas, do all the extracurricular activities?
Situations could be different for different people. For some people, maybe it's really very important that they do well. If somebody wants their son tomorrow to be in IIT, they cannot say this to their child, that it doesn't matter, come 15th, 16th in class. It's okay. Come first in class.
But if you try that and if the child wants it, he can still come.
But if they have the capacity, again, situations will be different for different people.
If the capacity is not there, even if the parents say, come first, come, then even then they won't come, no?
No, it's not about first. It's not about second. It's
99%.
It's not even about percentage. Fix whatever you want. Whatever. Fix your target according to the child's performance and capacity. It's just that make it an individual target. Here we're talking about that. We're not saying whether we should keep first or 10th. That each one will decide according to their capacity.
Sister, according to what you were saying in business, people go and do cheating in class if they keep that goal there. Then they will also...
That's exactly.
Then?
It is because it will become in reference to other people. I have to keep my capacity, use my capacity, effort, sincerity, values and principles. Values and principles. And get the result according to my capacity. And then when the result comes, see the result and then compete with myself. That now I've got this much, but actually I can do this, or this is my best, and then do more. There is no place to get other people's performance in between.
Can we say that I will compete with my own self?
Actually, yeah, I will just keep on working on myself,
So
because the word competition is so deep that the minute we use it, it will just pop up different kind of images.
Yeah, competition means two people.
Yeah. I will just keep on working on myself, because even in a game today, they would teach us, okay, don't look at the other person. It's a race, but even in a race, focus on your thing. The minute you don't look at your journey and you start looking here and there, your efficiency drops down.
Why efficiency? You can lose half a second and lose the race.
Yeah, only because we looked this side and that side.
This much.
Even when it was a race. Even when there is a race, the rule of the game is don't look left and right. You will only reach where you have to reach if you focus only on yourself, even when there is a race.
So swim for yourself, run for yourself, play for yourself, read for yourself, study for yourself,
Absolutely.
do business for your own self, and do everything for your own.
Because it's only the journey like this. This is the journey. The journey is not relative to anybody else. not at all relative to anybody. And spirituality teaches us a very deep aspect, which is important to keep in mind while trying to change this belief system, is that yes, apart from my sincerity, effort, intelligence, and values that I'm putting in now, there is one more input factor which we ignore, and that is our past karma. This factor, past karma, is a very, very, very important factor. And the result that I'm going to get is going to be proportionate to all these factors. And so sometimes we are going to find two people, same effort, same intelligence, same sincerity, same everything, but one person gets more and the other person gets less, and immediately is, they didn't do as much as me, and yet they got more, I got less, because of this one hidden silent factor, which is past karma, but a very, very important factor. So yes, we can't keep on thinking about past karma, but we have to keep it in mind. It works.
Why can't we just try our best and do our best?
That's what. Try our best, do our best, and then when the result comes, accept that this is in proportion to what I have done, not only in this costume, but what I have done in many other costumes. Sometimes we put in very little effort, but the results we get are tremendous.
So they're not relative always, yeah?
They're not relative because of this one hidden factor.
That's what Bhagavad Gita also says.
Yes, that is the only reason why they're not relative always to our effort put in, because of this one hidden factor which we ignore and everybody else ignores, and there are so many question marks. It's so easy to say, oh, they are so dishonest, yet they're earning so much. This person is so honest. If law of karma works, why isn't he getting what he wants? One hidden factor, and a very dominant one, because it's the past karma, not just in my last costume. It's my past karmas in
Many costumes.
many costumes. So I cannot think about that every time. I can put in my best now, and when the result comes, accept it, that this has come absolutely accurate, absolutely fair, in proportion to my karma, my effort in many costumes, not just this one. All question marks will end, because if we start competing with other people, we don't know what their past karma is. So even if we compete with their present inputs, present environment, this one hidden factor can change the game altogether.
Thank you very much, sister. So today I understand that there's nothing like competition, and if there is, I have to compete with myself. So effort is more important.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Life is not a competition. Each one is on their own journey. Live according to your choices, capacity, values, and principles. The output of our actions is in proportion to our inputs. Inputs could be circumstances, health, resources, and value systems. Our output is not dependent on the output of others. Past karma is a very important input factor. Even if all the present input factors of two people are the same, their past karma are different. Therefore, output will be different, and therefore no competition. If we compromise on our input factor, values, or interfere with the inputs of others, we are creating deep karma, and this will influence our output today and in the future. If you wish to discuss your problem or have a question to ask or want to know your nearest Rajyoga Meditation Center, call us on 099 99 744 555.